Here's the thing a lot of men don't understand. Ask any young woman in her mid-20s, for example, about some of her experiences that were really uncomfortable with men. Almost every woman you'll talk to has a experience that made them viscerally afraid. Confrontation, aggression, dominance, control, stalking, sexual objectification to an extreme. And I think, guys, we have a really hard time empathizing with that with women, and we're just like, well, we have that too. They've rejected us, they've ghosted us, they've left us in the lurch, and that's true, and that hurts. But sometimes, I'm not saying one is worse than the other, but the feeling of being threatened on a physical level or in a dangerous situation or feeling really like you could be in a potentially assault situation is a different level. Like, we know this from people who are in war, who get hit by their parents repeatedly. There's a difference in, like, you feel a mistrust and a hurt when a woman ghosts you and rejects you, and it's shitty, and it does create like, oh, women are always going to be like this, but it doesn't create as much PTSD, for example, as a dude locking you in a car on a date and refusing to let you leave unless you make out with him. There's a level of fear and adrenaline, and that it gets actually wired in like our neural plasticity that people feel visceral PTSD type experiences on a level that they don't with positive experiences. When you think of a really traumatic experience, even 10 years later, it hits your body in a physical way that like other experiences don't. So I'm not trying to justify like anybody's experience. I think everybody has dating really, really hard out there. But the one thing I will say that I think why a lot of women do get very judgmental about men, and you do see a lot of young progressives, which I'm pretty progressive myself, but very much are afraid of men becoming too forward or masculine, is because they've experienced some really dangerous situations and they're afraid of having that happen again. I don't think it's fair. I think there's a nuanced conversation, but I also think it's ridiculous when men don't understand the difference of being in a situation like that. It's just different, man.